Oftentimes, in the history of our world, a compromise just isn't enough to solve a problem. No, to solve certain problems, we need to bring about groundbreaking changes to the world that we live in. We need to completely exclude what was and go for something completely different. And one of the groups currently doing the same with the world of education are the Think Global School. They are a traveling high school offering a whole new paradigm to education and so much more. Well, we think it's best if they say it for themselves. And to explain how the groundbreaking approach of Think Global School works is leading to a paradigm shift in education, we have Mr. Russell John Cailey.
Mr. Russell is a transformative educational leader recognized as a top 100 global visionary in education by GFEL in 2021. As managing director of Think Learning Studio, he has pioneered innovative educational products, driven strategic partnerships, and developed future-ready curricula. Please, Mr. Russell, we invite you up on stage.
Thank you so much, boys. It's wonderful Ravi and the team have entrusted the whole tapestry of this event to the generation we're actually talking about, and they are doing such a wonderful job weaving this event together. I'm from Think Global School. I had a lot of conversations last night. What is this thing? How does it work? I'll try and give you, in the next few minutes, an overview of Think Global School. But in truth, it's very hard for me to stand in front of you and talk about seeing the father of the forest in New Zealand, standing on the side of Iguazu Falls with a group of learners, discussing what that moment means to them. Wandering around the Festival of Ganesh in the center of Mumbai, where I'm the only foreigner, yet you're welcomed as, a fellow human, and you're greeted with such warmth. In truth, a talk like this can't do that. But also a test, an exam can't do that either. And that is part of Think Global School. We are thinking of education way beyond the human being being the result of a 2 or 3 hour exam. Now, have we made many mistakes along the way? Absolutely. It's been in existence 10 years, and we have fallen, but I'm pleased to say we have always just about got back on our feet. So, hopefully the technology works. Go to the next slide. This one isn't working. Okay, this is a scene from our term in India. This is Isabel Moro. She's from Mexico. And this was a moment that we captured with 2 young ladies who were rescued girls. And we partnered with an organization in Mumbai that rescued these young girls from red light districts and tried to give them an education. And when Think Global School went to Mumbai, I told my students, I said, another human being should never be your laboratory. Another human being is a human being. And you're not going to study people, you're not going to preach to people, you're going to treat other people like human beings. And this was a moment captured on the way to a movie theater. Our students from Think Global School, 28 different countries, 30 students, bonded with these young girls, shared WhatsApp messages, enjoyed music halls, movie studios together. And that's part of my talk. The human connection, we've just talked about AI. It's wonderful. I use AI, it's great. But it's the human connection that will always be so important and so crucial to us. And as educators, as leaders, man from the panel said a wonderful thing, our curriculum transactions. And I think that was so powerful. It was such a powerful thing that I've been pondering as I've been waiting to come up. And also, in addition to our curriculum transactions, what are our human transactions? How are we building communities of purpose? Can I have the next slide? These are 2 projects we did in India. This is Moni, also from Mexico, in the Dharavi settlement, learning about the circular economy. These are a group of students learning about local artisans. They came in from villages outside, and they worked with our learners to get their products online, like a small Amazon website. So these were two fascinating projects that we did right here in India. I love this photo, and I think it summarizes so much about what we've spoken about and what we will speak about in the next 2 days. Old meets new. And as educationalists, what are we going to do about this pivotal moment we are undoubtedly in? Yes, triggered by AI. But if AI blows your mind, wait till we get to the ethical and the governance issues around genomics. That's going to take us to a completely different universe. So yeah, AI is important, it's huge. We're pondering it right now at Think Global School. But it won't be the last thing that shakes the foundations of our educational house. And this moment, as you can see with the transport industry, very relevant, but we are in our own moment right now. And each of you will leave these 2 days with different reflections, different ponderings about what is our response going to be to the pivotal moment we're in. And I hope, as we learn together, we'll have something in terms of strategy to take back to our schools, our institutions, to figure out this moment and make sense of this moment. This moment from 1920, we stand in right now. And yes, it's been forced upon us by ChatGPT, but in truth, ChatGPT pushed us into an area we should have been in many decades ago. We undoubtedly have been a bit late modernizing an education system that was clearly broken. I do not think any of you as educators are the result of a 3-hour exam. You're way more than that. You have stories, you have passions, you have connections that go way beyond a memory test. And as we see from the young boys guiding us through today, let's reward these guys and this generation with something better than what most of us went through and look back and go, yeah, okay, I wish I could have done a little more than that to show what I was worth and what I could contribute to my educational transcripts. Go to the next slide. Thanks. So what I hope to do in the next 5 minutes is just give you a little taste, a little flavor of what Think Global School is and what we've tried to do over the last decade. Now, when I first came onto the stage about 10 years ago and tried to explain what Think Global School are doing, the gasps and the fruit that was thrown at me and like, what the hell are you doing? Close confidence that I was going to ruin my career if I took this job, and I'm happy to say that that's not been the case. And actually, as schools have followed us in the mission towards project and challenge-based learning, we are now reinventing again. We're going into Education 3.0, which I hope just to pop on stage in a moment. So, next slide. And just one back, please. So this is Think Global School. We're a 3-year program. We go to 4 countries every year. And by the end of a learning experience, if you join in grade 10, you will visit 12 countries. You can join in grade 11, and you'll visit 8, but you can't join in grade 12. We're not a 1-year stopover. That's the point of that. We're completely place-based. We were IB. We ended up knocking that down and rebuilding. Nothing wrong with IB. It just wasn't our mission. It wasn't for us. So we rebuilt under the American system a completely project-based program. We focus on cultural immersion and connection. We opened in 2010, and as I said before, grades 10 to 12. And these are the 3 things. If you take nothing from my ramblings up on this stage over the next 10 minutes, I hope these three things might be something you can take back to your school. Everything we do is based around these 3 things. If it isn't based within these 3 things, we don't do it. Can a student show mastery in the learning journey they are embarking on? Mastery, as I was explaining to delegates last night, we define, we're not perfect, this is just our definition. You've got to start somewhere. It is unique knowledge, or can you teach others? So for a grade 12 student embarking on what we call a mastery project, which is our exit point, that's the 2 things we're looking for. Autonomy. Our curriculum is genuinely, it's not just on our marketing brief, it's genuinely in the students' hands. The students structure their learning journey, and they do that more and more as they reach grade 12. Voice and choice is genuine at Think Global School. Like I say, it's not just a gimmick for us. The students design their own journey, and the educators, we have no right to gazump an idea from a learner. I had a student from Vietnam who just wanted to learn about the circus. Tao, that's all she wanted to do. What about maths, Tao? Yeah, I'll do the mathematics of a trapeze artist. Okay, what about business, Tao? Yeah, I'll do the business management, the marketing, probably an event like this. I'll do the sheets and the maths behind it and the formulas. Okay, there was doubts in the staff body, and I remember getting the staff together and said, listen, embrace this journey. It's not your journey. Tao's currently in Paris at drama school, thriving, because she was allowed to focus on her journey. I'm pretty convinced in most schools, and she was in Vietnam, her ideas would have been gazumped by a teacher, and she would have been told to do something more mainstream. We will not do that in the personal project domain. Next slide, please. Which is over here under the 20%. The 30% in our curriculum is based around wellness, it's based around wholeness, and it's guiding the individual students. 25% is a future-ready curriculum. 10% is when the students go home and they give something back in a service learning project. And we have a global capstone program, which is their 1 foot into the traditional. That's a university-ready course. It's seminar, it's research. So we're not completely out there. We do pull back a little bit because these students, these learners might go to a university that doesn't embrace our way of thinking. So we prepare them in that way through our capstone course, which is a rigorous research course. Next slide, please. And for us, it's all about the P's. It's purpose, it's portfolio, it's passion, it's play, it's phenomenon, and it's, most important thing, people. Next slide. I'll explain more because I'm looking at the clock and I've only got a minute left. I'll explain more if you catch me over coffee or lunch. I can explain more about our projects in India. I'd love to share that with delegates and anyone who's interested. You are very open to sharing IP around our projects from India. And if you can just skip to the judo, the one with the judo. Skip on a little bit. And one more. And again, one more. No, forward, please. Forward, not back. No, forward, please. Other way. What I want to show you, there's an image of 2 judo performers. What we're doing now in 3.0 is we're actually now going to judo flip the curriculum. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn through 4 lenses of the future. And these 4 lenses, we've decided, again, not perfect, are going to be genomics, artificial intelligence, environmental systems, and digital networks. We are going to make subjects go into that. The subjects are subjects which have been around hundreds of years, are not going to determine our curriculum anymore. 3.0 is going to be lenses of the future. I've run out of time already, so thank you so much. If there's anything else that I can explain about TGS, I'd be more than happy to. Thank you so much. We don't. We should.